today. And then we're going to combine the third day of this, what we did in last night's homework, or 2 nights ago, and then tonight. So, when we distribute, like last night, we left our answers in 2 terms. Like, what one can I see? Negative 2x minus 6. After today, we're going to be able to combine parts of our answers. So this guy is a polynomial. When you have more than one term, okay, sometimes you can combine those. Each of these are called a term when they're separated by a plus or minus. This is your first block, so follow along. Your first block is a coefficient. Mine are out of order compared to yours. Your first block is a coefficient, and it is a numerical factor or term. These are all coefficients in teal. Those are the numbers out in front of the letters. Your second block is a constant, and it is a term that hangs out at the end of our polynomial. He's kind of like the caboose. He has no letter. Wow, I just got like nauseated doing this. Geesh. He has no letter. He's just solid, it's on his own. You can combine terms that are called like terms that have exactly the same variable factors or the same letters. Nobody up here has the exact same letters, so I am not going to combine them. So yesterday we distributed, 2 days ago. Today we're going to combine like terms. Next Wednesday we're going to put it all together. All right, so we're going to either keep the like terms or trash them in this first, not even an example. Do these two have the exact same letters? Everything's the same, the letters and the exponent. So we are going to put those in our like terms column. 3x and negative 2x. I don't know. Oh, Mr. D. Well, you know, Mrs. Bennett made this, so absolutely. Those guys are like terms. Do the 8x and 7y have the exact same letters? No. So we're going to take those into the trash. Oh, it went away. All right. Did she do that on purpose? Alrighty. How about these guys? No coefficient is a 1, and you're allowed to have different numbers. Do they have the same letters? Yeah. So eventually we're going to be able to combine those. Put those in the like term column.
This looks like something that's
Cotton or Bennett, one of them did it, yeah. Ha! How about 4y and 5xy? They both have y's, but they have to be identical. Do they have the exact same thing? No. No. Troy?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, we're going to trash them. Boom. Ooh. Does anybody know the exponent near the 5y? When there's nothing written, what is it? Your choices are a 0 and a 1, or a 1. No exponent right here. Anybody know what it is? What do you think? It is a 1. So, that's pretty darn good. Serenity, that's a bonus point. Are those identical? They're the same letters, but they also have to have the same exponents. What do you think, Jake? Are they identical or not? No. We would not be able to combine those. So, those fellas are getting trashed in the trash can. Ooh. How about x squared y and xy squared? Jake?
Yeah.
Well, I agree. They have the exact same letters, but they have to be identical for them to be like terms.
I think they like terms.
Oh, are they like terms, Jake?
No.
No, because this y is a 1, that y is a 2. So, no way. Oh. Oh, hang on, hang on. Okay. So, yes, Mr. D, when I hit the undo, it all goes back. How about the negative 5x and squared and 9x squared? What do you think, Brennan? Like terms. Everything's identical. The numbers don't have to be, but the letters and exponents. about this one? Lily, do you think the x squares match up and the y to the thirds match up? All right, so when we have like terms, then you're allowed to add and subtract them. Thank you, Mr. D. All righty, so let's bring this puppy on home. You will get a bonus point tomorrow if you use colors to help find your like terms. You don't need them on 2 terms, but you'll see on letter C. First thing you should say, are these letters alike? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, then you can add the numbers out front. What is 3 plus 5? So that simplifies to 8x squared. So last night on your homework, when friends ended up with just one number for an answer, you couldn't combine them because some had x's and c's and a's and then they're constants. Alrighty, so the directions say to simplify. No number means it's a 1. Do they both have the same letter? Okay, so that means I'm going to use my sign number rules. A -5 and a +1 is what? Subtract -4. -4c. Alrighty. On ones where there's multiple, more than 2 terms, you can use colors to differentiate. Alright, if you do that and circle the like terms in color, the same color, to help keep you organized, I'll give you a bonus point. How many x squareds do I have circled in green? Jake? 2. Serenity, what do you think? I have 2x squareds, but now we need to look at their coefficient. How many total? 4. I've got 3x squareds, and I'm going to add 1 more. So that is a 4x squared. And I'm going to cancel out my like terms. Is there anything to combine the 2x with, or do I just write it? You're just going to recopy him. But this is where you could get bonus points for using colors to circle the like terms. I can't combine them because he has a power of 1 and he has a power of 2. It doesn't matter that they're both x's and they live in Texas.
That's hilarious.
I was cracking myself up. All right, thank you for giggling. George Strait. With your table groups, talk about letter A. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds for you to talk about letter A. Quickly. Yes, sir. Take the pass. All righty. And if you don't have nobody at your groups, you can talk quietly to someone near you, behind you. Give me my scissors back, Ezra Scissorhands. Thanks. Appreciate you being willing to help. All right. Do we have like letters here? Are they both a Y? If I have 7 of them and I add 6 more, how many Y's do I have? 13. Okay. Maddie, if I have 3 T's, and I remember that no number is a 1, and I take away one of those T's, how many do I have? 2 T's. It is that easy. You're probably going to second guess yourself tonight. I'll get that. Do the next one. What I want you to recognize, when we did this before for the whole sign number lesson, we rewrote those as adding and then changing the sign. I don't want you to think of that now. I want you to think of the sign in front as their sign. So that subtraction is the sign. It's the same thing as like signs. And when we had like signs, we added and kept the sign. What do you think? Would you have gotten that on? Did anybody get -13W? 12, W to the third. Okay. So instead of taking the extra step of adding the opposite, I want you to just think of the subtraction sign as the -3. All right, couple more, and then we're going to wrap this up. Letter E looks fabulous, doesn't it? This is one of the ones where if you use color to help keep like terms together, I will give you a bonus. For instance, instance, who goes with the 4x squared? Who is his match? Jake.
1x
So take the sign in front. Are there any other family members that are alike? I like to think of the letters as last names, and you keep like families together. Serenity. Do you see how I used colors? And the 3 is by himself, so he's going to stay by himself. Notice I circled the sign in front. If I have 4x squared and take away 1x squared, how many x squareds do I have? Everybody. 3. So 3x squared, and guess what else I like to do? Cancel them out. That subtraction is like a -5 adding 3. The subtraction sign is like the sign. Unlike signs, you're going to subtract. We learned this, and take the sign of the bigger number. That is a -2xy, and those are gone. Do you think you could do that tonight? I think. Colors will get you the bonus. You can use your calculators now, so maybe that will help you with the sign number rules. All right. I want to jump down. We're going to skip some stuff here, and we're going to jump down to the last part, and this is a review. This will help us for our quarterly test on Friday. The word quantity indicates 2 or more terms are within parentheses. We did this before. What operation is times, guys? Multiplication, right? So 3 times the quantity x minus 5. Times means your 3 is outside the parentheses. We just learned that quantity means parentheses. And then this is what we did like the very first few days of school. -2 times the quantity of t plus 7 is that. You have several of these tonight. Does product mean multiplication again? Yeah. So the product of 14 and the quantity of 8 plus w, that's the same thing of saying 14 times the quantity. So the homework